Hey guys, Metalwargod here, and I have a big, huge video mail update. So anyway, tell you what, spring is getting closer. Got a little snow the other day, or yesterday, but out this morning pushing. It's been cool up here, but anyway, I've been kind of stockpiling some music I've been getting. But first off, I'm going to show you stuff that I have got on vinyl. Most of this is on vinyl. I have, I think, 4, maybe 5 CDs to show you, but I'm going to show you the vinyl that I've gotten already. And first up is going to be these compilations. As a lot of you know, I love the 70s hard rock metal. I grew up in that era, and it's just a great decade for me and music in general. It's kind of where I began with music, late 60s, early 70s. And of course we all know about, you know, the Foreigners, the Judas Priest, the Black Sabbath, the Stars, UFO, Scorpions. But the 70s were so huge, and a lot of bands really never got heard out there. And this compilation is put out by Riding Easy Records, and most of these songs were only on 45s. A lot of these groups never put out albums, so this Riding Easy Records is doing a compilation. They have 3 vinyls out now. The 4th one is coming, I believe, in April or June, and I have pre-ordered it. But I'm talking about Brown Acid, the first trip. Of course, this is heavy rock from the American Come Down era, and just for some of these bands, a band called Zeke's, Snow, Tour, Zebra, not the zebra we know, Bob Goodsight, Raw Meat, Josephus, you know, just to name a few. And this is the first one. This came out in 2015. And fantastic stuff, and definitely check these guys out, or this compilation out. And then there is, of course, Brown Acid, the second trip. This one came out in 2016, and this has bands on there like Ash, Raving Maniac, Crossfield, Buck, Iron Knowledge, Bolt Rush Band. Again, these are singles from bands that never put out albums, so therefore they've been put out on vinyl here. Hard to find a lot of these, so anyway, here is Brown Acid, the second trip. And here is number 3, which is Brown Acid, the third trip. And this has bands like Chalk, Die Hard, Blowing Free, Flash Beverage, First Aid Pain, Cold Sweat, Factory, and this one also came out in 2016. And the 4th trip is coming out very soon, so if you're a fan of hard rock, psych, maybe some rock blues, check this series out. It's great stuff. Up next, I got these from Shadow Kingdom, and I'm talking about Razor. And this is a High Rollers release. This is Open Hostility, and just a fantastic. I've been trying to build up my Razor collection, and I think this is number 3 that I have. But anyway, this one came out, I believe, what was it? 2015, I think this, or 14, I think. 2014, I think this came out. But here is Razor with Open Hostility. Up next, I seen this. I immediately had to get it. I don't see very many overkills on vinyl, and I got this overkill here. And it is Wrecking Paris, 1987. This is on Reek of Death Records. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this came out in 2015, 2016, I'm not sure. Only 150 copies were pressed. I bought this, I went back, I was going to buy another one, and they were gone just like that. So they were absolutely scooped up fast, but I was glad to get this. Overkill, Wrecking Paris, 1987. Up next, let's see here. Oh, let me see here. I gotta make sure I get this right. Okay. Another one from Shadow Kingdom. It's a band called Desolation Angels, and their 5-song EP called Sweeter Than Meat. This came out last year. Of course, Desolation Angels from the UK. I think I have one other on vinyl. Their stuff is actually pretty hard to come by. I've been wanting this for quite some time. I finally did pick it up for a decent price. It's on Blood and Iron Records. I do have the Desolation Angels box set, which I believe has the first 4 CDs that I got. This is actually a really good album. I would really like to see these guys come out with a full length this year, but we'll have to wait and see anyway. Here's Desolation Angels with Sweeter Than Me. It's kind of a new wave, British heavy metal sounding. Up next, a band out of Sweden. I believe this is their 3rd album. I heard the title track, and I'm talking about Screamer with Hell Machine. Fantastic new wave of traditional heavy metal band out of Sweden. It has 8 tracks. I think just ideal for an album. One of my favorites is Monte Carlo Nights and Hell Machine. Go 1 and 2. And this is also put out by High Roller Records. This is a 2017 release. And just killer stuff. If you like Enforcer, Skullfist, Striker, Cauldron, bands like that, you'll definitely love Screamer. And then I follow these guys quite a bit. I have their last one on vinyl. I finally got this one on vinyl. And I'm talking about Bloodbound with War of Dragons. Limited 500 copies. It is more melodic power metal. Of course, Urban Breed used to be the vocalist in the band, but he's no longer with them. And like I say, it's limited to 500. It's on AFM Records. And good stuff here. I've heard bits and pieces of this. I don't know if it'll compare to the last one. The last one was fantastic, but this one is the new Bloodbound. And then another one to add to my Tommy Bolin collection. I have this on CD. I bought it when it first came out on the Tommy Bolin archives, and this is Tommy Bolin Band Northern Lights live September 22nd, 1976. And this is also part of the Tommy Bolin Archive series. It's put out by Friday Music. And if it's on vinyl from Tommy Bolin and I can find it, I will get it. So here's Tommy Bolin. Up next, Nuclear Blast had these going. They had 3 of them actually, but they were out of 1. So I had to settle for the other 2, and I'm talking about some more Overkill, and I'm talking about Bloodletting, released in 2015 on Nuclear Blast label, and a lot of these are coming out on vinyl finally, so I'm happy about that. Excuse me 1 minute, I gotta get this light out of here a minute. There we go. Alright. So anyway, here's Overkill with Bloodletting. Up next, number 2 from Overkill, and this is from the Underground and Below. Also from 2015, originally came out in 1997. Bloodletting, I believe it was 2000. Yes, Bloodletting was out in 2000. I have all of Overkill on CD, and finally been getting a lot of Overkill on vinyl, some rarities. I got the last one, the Grinding Wheel, on vinyl, so I'm glad to get this one. And then I went back into the 70s, and fantastic stuff from a true legend, gone way too early, and I'm talking about Rory Gallagher and Calling Card. This came out in 1976, and great stuff, rock blues. He's from Ireland. I mean, just about anything and everything you can pick up from Rory Gallagher is great. I love his live album, Irish Tour Live. I used to have quite a few of the Rory Gallaghers back in the 70s on vinyl, but I do not have them anymore. I sold a collection off many years ago, and I still regret it today. But anyway, here is Rory Gallagher with Calling Card. And then I have another 70s band. This has been re-released, and it's limited edition to 500 copies, and I'm talking about a band called Fable. I believe this originally came out, I believe, 1975-76, if I'm not mistaken. I have number 21 of 500, and this is, well, let's see, which one is this? Is get the L out of here. This has been remastered and reissued from Reviver Records, and this is a gatefold. So anyway, here is some fantastic 70s hard rock from a band called Fable. And when I knew this was coming out, I mean, it was a no-brainer. I had to get it. Pre-ordered it, finally got it here, I think it was a week ago. Got a lot of vinyl that I've been kind of getting into spinning. I haven't got to these yet, but I'm talking about Sanctuary and Inception. And these are demo tracks from 86, 87, 85, right in there. Great album, I mean. If you have not heard this, it's fantastic. Fantastic Sanctuary. And most of the songs are recorded at Studio One in White Center, Washington. And this has been restored and remastered in 2016, and it came out in 2017. And this is also a gatefold. This is lost 1986 demo recordings. Of course, cover art is from Ed Repka. It has a 12-page LP booklet. It has 180-gram vinyl, a CD, and a poster. So you get all three in one. Good stuff here. Sanctuary. A band I grew up with. I've always loved these guys. One of my all-time favorite bands from the 60s and into the early 70s. I seen a post about this particular box set, and I wanted to get it right away, but I waited because I knew the price would drop a little bit, and it did. And I'm talking about, let's see here, I'm trying to think. The Doors, London Fog, 1966 box set. And I have box number 14,470. Not sure how many of these were made, but this was, like I say, it was recorded May 1966, and this is actually stuff before they really broke on through to being who they ended up being. And it has this has a 10-inch live recordings. And it also has a CD, and like I say, a 10-inch, and it has some 8x10 prints and a set list from John Dinsmore, and this is the Doors box set. All right, next, I'm gonna get into some CDs. I bought this last Friday, I believe. I wanted to get this on vinyl, but for some reason I passed. I think I will probably eventually get it, but for now I picked up Rolling Stones, Lonesome and Blue, or Blue and Lonesome, excuse me. A collection of blues, and great stuff if you love old British blues. It's got some classic songs on here: Commit a Crime, Hate to See You Go, Hoodoo Blues, I Can't Quit You Baby, you know, just some great stuff from the Rolling Stones. You know, and these guys are, I was glad they put out an album. I don't buy a lot of Rolling Stones. It's got to be very early stuff in order for me to buy it. But I picked this up. Great stuff here from the Stones. This was released, I believe it was released last year. So check it out. Okay. Let's see here. CD, and this is from one of our regulars on Sonic Asylum Radio. He's also a record, not a promoter in a way, and he also has his own record company now, I believe he's partners with. But I'm talking about Mujib Basha, and I did pre-order this, and for some odd reason it never came, so I contacted Mujib, and he sent me another copy, and here it is. And some killer thrash. Get this open here. Little note. And let's see, we'll get the CD out here. Killer Thrash, I believe this is their debut album. CD, I should say. Talking about Terrifier. Weapons of Thrash Destruction. I'm trying to see, I don't see the label. Anyway, Killer Thrash, their debut from Terrifier. Good stuff. And I got, I think, one more package with CDs. Of course, this comes from Rockadrome. I got another package in there from Rockadrome as well. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I do. But anyway, these are CDs. I have a CD from this band. I went back and I found, I knew they had the vinyl out, but it is out of stock, and hopefully it'll be restocked very soon. And anyway, get this open here. A sticker from a band, Jerusalem, out of the 70s. And let's see what else we got here. And got another sticker from the band Ironclad of the 70s. And the theme here, of course, is 70s. And I'm talking about a band called Necromandus. This is live. Of course, Tony Iommi is the one that basically found these guys and helped produce their first album, which was called Erexus of Death. Killer 70s prog, hard rock, maybe a little psych, and this is their live album. It was recorded March 30th, 1973 at the casino in Blackpool, England, and Necromandus Live. And I have also Necromandus Necrology. This is from the audio archives. And let's see here. This is also recorded in 1973 and has a lot of their early stuff, but just happy to get this, some Necromandus. Now, I got a lot of these packages here. This might be a CD. I'm not positive, but it might be. No, I think it's vinyl. This is vinyl. This is from a guy I buy quite a bit, Lavizzi. And let's see, he is out of St. John's, Florida. He has a lot of killer stuff. And up first here, we'll see what we got. Of course, you always get these from him. And yes, from England, band called Tucky Buzzard. Second one I have, and this is called The Buzzard. This actually is on Passport Records, and let's see, I'm trying to figure out when this came out. I believe it was around 1970, 1971. And here's the vinyl on Passport Records. Vinyl's in very, very good shape. It's 1974 actually this came out. Tucky Buzzard. Great British hard rock. I think they have 4 or 5 albums out. This is my second I do have. I think I ordered another one. I'm waiting on that one too. It might be here today too, but anyway, so we get that back in here. Cover's actually not bad shape. Doesn't show a lot of ring wear, just a little bit. But anyway, from 74, Tucky Buzzard and Buzzard. Up next, another vinyl, and this comes from, let's see here, Wallingford, Kentucky, or Connecticut, excuse me. So let's see what we got here. I'm sure most of these are Discog orders. And I've been wanting this when I first found out about these guys. And finally have an original. And I'm talking about a band called Stepson and their self-titled release. And this came out in 1974 as well on ABC Records. Some more killer 70s hard rock. Let's see here. Trying to see, I think these guys are from the U.S. Yes, they are from the U.S. And if you have not heard Stepson, definitely check them out. Great stuff from these guys. Another band that was overlooked in the 70s, the vinyl is in great shape. And I'm just happy to pick up some more 70s band stuff that I have not got in the 70s, but finally am picking a lot of this stuff up. Original sleeve. Very cool. So anyway, it's back in. Cover's not bad shape. Doesn't show very much ring wear. It does have some wear though. In 74, a band called Stepson. Up next, another vinyl. This is from Marviello. I order from this guy quite a bit. Mostly new stuff. And another one. This is actually a reissue. Stepson. the Lost Tapes, 72 to 74. This is a colored, actually the colored album vinyl, and of course this is the black and white. I want to see if the track listing is different. And this is put out by Rockadrome. Rockadrome is a great label for picking up older 70s reissues. And anyway, let's see, when was this? I think this is probably reissued in 2015, 2016. But anyway, here's what it says. 70s hard rock, long sought after unreleased recordings from this hard-nosed, raunchy 70s group whose 1974 debut on the ABC label is considered an underground gem. And definitely, I'm glad I got this. Good stuff. Up next, from Greece. And I believe this is from, God, I want to say, I can't remember, the label, or the distro. But this is something I've been wanting for a while, or actually been looking for. I did finally find a copy of this. Oh, God, I hate sometimes when their tape's so good. Anyway, let's see if we can get this baby open. And I think I ordered this probably about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, somewhere around there. Alright, let's see if we can get this out of here. Doesn't want to come. And let's see here. Get this out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When I first heard this, I never heard of this band from the 80s. And I'm going to get this off of here. And I do have the CD. I think it was Greeno, one of the BC YouTubers, showed this and talking about 80s band Ion Brighton. This is actually put out by Sonic. Well, actually, Cult Metal Classics put this out, but Sonic Age Records is where you can get this. And great stuff from these guys. And it's killer stuff. Killer 80s heavy metal. Just classic stuff. And I think one of the classic tracks on here is Eat Methyl. These guys were supposed to be the next big thing, but for some reason they just didn't take off and disbanded. But they did. It's been re-released. Initially it was just an EP, but they added some tracks to this vinyl version. And yeah, Ion Brighton, Eat Methyl. Good stuff. Up next, from Movie Mars. And I also order a lot from this guy, whether it's Amazon or eBay. Usually I get free shipping with this guy. But this is another album that's been reissued on vinyl, and this is a band called Salem, Mass, with Witch Burning, and this came out in 1971. Ultimate U.S. hard psychedelic proto-prog burner from 1971. Satanic occult overtones, long tracks, ripping guitar, brutal moog. attacks, and definitely has some killer mode on this. Newly remastered sound, original artwork, insert with liner notes. I believe this is the only album these guys put out. This was made in England. 7 tracks. Witch Burning is by far the best track on here. Just a killer song. And again, a band I did not have the opportunity to get in the 70s, but thanks to these being reissued, I do have the opportunity to get these. Anyway, here is Salem Mass with Witch Burning. Up next, from Berryman, and this guy's out of Bethlehem, PA. See what we got here. Oh yeah. Killer. I forgot about this one. And of course this, you know, I don't see these ever. I've only seen this band's one album in stores ever. And I'm talking about, again, Tucky Buzzard. And this is Warm Slash. I believe this came out in 1971, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe it's 1971, and I'm not going to find a year, but if I remember right, this was 1971. But some more Tucky Buzzard. And again, this one has a lot of ring wear, but again, like I say, I'd never see these. If I ever come across another one that has a better cover, I definitely will pick it up. Or if somebody knows where I can get one that has a better cover, let me know. And of course, this is on the old Capitol Records label. So yeah, Tucky Buzzard Collection Drew. Again, killer 70s hard rock. And again, one I never see. Bought it from Discogs, and I'm going to see Tucky Buzzard self-titled. And again, I don't see a date. This was actually produced by Bill Wyman. And no, I won't be able to find, I can't find a day on this, or a year, excuse me. This is on the Capitol Green label. And I'm curious to see how this sounds. It kind of looks funky, but I guess we'll find out. But some Tucky Buzzard. And then, let's see here. This is another Shadow Kingdom order. Always order from them, guys. Always have good stuff. Like I say, you always got to be quick when you're ordering from Shadow Kingdom, because you see it and you don't buy it, chances are, if you want it, it'll be gone next time you go back. That was the case with that Overkill Wrecking Paris Live 1987. I know Scott Waters, I know he wanted a copy, and I should have gotten him one, but I did not get it. Sorry, Scott. So, Anyway, again, as always, it definitely packs stuff very well. So anyway, let's see what we got here. To those who do not know how to package and send that vinyl, that is the correct way to do it, in box like that and bubble wrap, if you're sending bulk albums. If not, single mailers will do. I think I've gotten one album that came not in a mailer, and I was very surprised how it was shipped, and I was very surprised it was not damaged, because the end of the vinyl was sticking out of the package. So I don't know how it did not get damaged. But anyway, so what do I got here? I think I got 4 albums. And first up is a band called Opmit's Blood. Some speed metal on Metal and Heel. Let's see. Oh, let's see what label this is. I'm trying to think. This is Metal Damnation. Anyway, here's the inner liner notes. Here's the front. And let's see here. I think it's Iron and Bonehead Records. Of course, black vinyl. Very nice. I think these were about 17 bucks. So fairly decent price. Can't complain. And then I got, let's see if I can get this out of here. This was sealed. And he always ships the vinyl out of the jackets, which is very nice. I like that. And I'm talking about Artillery and My Blood, which came out in 2013. And this is Metal Mind's production. My first Artillery on vinyl. I do have a box set. I have a bunch of CDs from Artillery. But first one on vinyl. I believe this is black vinyl as well. Yes, it is black vinyl. Anyway, here's the inner circles. Artillery with My Blood. And another one on a video I saw, again, from Greeno, and I'd seen him show this. I needed to get it. These guys, I believe, as Greeno said, this was the only album they put out, a band called Kraken and Abandon. And I believe this came out originally 1983. High Rollers reissued it in 2016. And let's see here what else we got inside of here. Here's the inner, the liner notes. It's got the static-free inner sleeve. Of course, black vinyl as well. So thank you again, Greeno. Some Kraken. And last one from Shadow Kingdom. These here I don't use anymore, so I kind of give these away. I use different outer sleeves. And let's see what I got here. Heavy Metal Relics. Vinyls, CDs, and shirts. So, and yeah, Scott Waters showed this. I think Scott had this. And I just got their latest. Of course, it's got some pictures. It's got a poster. And again, this was put out by High Rollers, and I'm talking about Blood Feast and Kill for Pleasure. And this one, let's see here, 2015 this came out. And it is, wow, very nice. It's kind of got a, not really, I don't think it's really splatter. It's kind of a blue lined vinyl. Very cool. And Blood Feast has their new album out. And great stuff from these guys. Band I recently just started getting into. Gotta love the cover. Gotta love the cover. Killer thrashy, maybe speedy metal on this, and good stuff. And let's see, what do we got? Well, we got about 3 packages left. This comes from Luke Davies from Brookfield, Wisconsin. I'm sure this is another Discogs order. Let's see what we got here. It is. And talking about a band called Tin House from the 70s. And just think of Fergie, and this is what you get with Tin House. Produced by Rick Derringer. And of course, it has this shitty plastic sleeve is what he sent us in. Garbage. So that will immediately be thrown into a different, just a plain custom inner label, that's it. Just plain. But anyway, let's see if I can do this right now or I'll forget. And of course, that's what I use. And let's see here. The album is in pretty good shape. Another one of these 70 bands that I never knew about in the 70s, but I do know about them now. And so anyway, let's see if I can get this back in here. I believe this came out about 1978, 1977. Well, actually, early 70s. But anyway, Tin House. Another package, and of course, this is from. Let's see here. From Germany. One of these that you have to sign for, of course. So, yeah. I was wondering when this was going to show up. And I do have, I think, 3 other of these, of this group's albums. Talk about Crystal Viper, female fronted, heavy metal, and their new one, Queen of the Witches. Queen of the Witches, also on AFM Records. This is white vinyl, limited to 500. Great stuff. Traditional heavy metal. Great female vocals. Check it out. Crystal Viper. And I believe my last one here is from, I think I know what this is. I think this is also from Nuclear Blast. Or it might be Napalm. No, I believe this is, anyway, Century Media, Napalm, or Nuclear Blast. Indie merch. This is from Century Media. And I have all their stuff. Saw them twice. Love the guys. Brand new Havoc, Conformicide. Now I've heard mixed reviews. A lot of people like this. Some people say it's not as good as their last one. But I've heard, let's see, which one is it? Oh, I'm trying to think of a song. Intention to Deceive, and I really like that. This is actually, it is a gatefold double album set, but 3 sides only. And 10 tunes. No, I see. It's a gatefold deluxe double LP with etching on side D. Contains 2 bonus tracks as well as a live recording. Includes entire album on CD. Again, I love when they add this stuff to these vinyls. Just makes for a collector just to keep buying stuff from these guys. You know, again, you don't have to go out and buy the CD. The CD is included. And I think more bands should do that as an incentive to keep buying and supporting these bands. And Havoc is a band I've always support, always will. Anyway, here is Havoc with brand new Conformicide out on Century Media Records. So anyway, that is my huge, I do believe that is it. Yes, that is all. Anyway, I was going to do this last weekend, but I wasn't feeling the best. My knee's been bothering me. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. I think I might end up having surgery. And, but anyway, that's what I have for this video mail update. And don't forget to check out Middle Uprising Wednesdays. And I have a couple of interviews coming up. Next week, I have an interview coming up with Stone Magnum with Dino Taverner. Stone Magnum is going to be playing at the 2017 Milwaukee Spring Bash, so tune in for that interview on Sonic Asylum Radio on Metal Uprising. 8 p.m. is the interview. Week after that, I have Bill Rocks coming on the show on Metal Uprising on Sonic Asylum Radio from Rocks Productions. So we'll be talking about the label, the vinyls he has been releasing, how he got into doing all this. So that's in 2 weeks. Also 8 p.m. is the interview. And then after that, I have an interview with Minneapolis Horror Rockers, Impaler. Been around since the 80s. They're also appearing at 2017 Spring Bash. And again, their interview is at 8 p.m. on Sonic Asylum Radio. Metal Uprising, best underground heavy metal radio station on the internet, so check it out. And in addition, check out my 70s flashback show on Saturdays, where a lot of these 70s bands that I've shown on vinyl, I do play on my show, along with a lot of other underground 70s bands, so check it out. And as always, say, keep it loud, keep it heavy, keep it metal. I'll see you next time on Metalwargod's Video Mail Update. Take care, everybody.